Alright, I called a question on the comments that I wanted to answer, and it's concerning their arrival. What do I mean by that? Some people say that they're already here. Of course, there's crafts flying around the air. And then what's the deal with all these sinkholes opening up? Does that have something to do with them? Are they coming out of one of these sinkholes? Well, the answer for the sinkholes is that the sinkholes are a part of the geological condition that we're going through. They're an inevitability or an eventuation geologically. They don't really have something to do with the spiritual significance of the locust. The locusts don't need these holes to come out of. They come out of very sophisticated entrances that have doors and fields of energy and all this other kind of stuff that blocks our ability to see what's going on. They don't need a pit or anything to come out of. So in a way, all of these sinkholes and the stuff are just kind of supporting the idea in the material that these events are taking place so that people don't realize the spiritual significance of what's really happening. So they think that it's fulfilling itself in the material, then that's it. And now we see the plagues of locusts everywhere. Now we see these robotic micro little nano bugs, and everybody's kind of writing it off that they don't really think these locusts are going to be something else. They're already seeing it fulfilled. So it's a distraction. Now let's get on to the main understanding of the event. The main understanding is about the arrival. And this is going to be pretty interesting here. Technically, yes, they're already here. Absolutely. But they haven't introduced themselves. They haven't made personal contact, a personal introduction with our world. And there's a reason why they haven't done that. Now, yes, they've come and gone for thousands of years and still do, but they're always coming and going in the presence of somebody's free will that wants them there. Very important to understand. Somebody's free will is wanting them there. And even when you begin to think about, now I'm talking about personal presence, when you're in absolute personal contact with this being, it's your free will which is allowing them to be there. So somehow, some way, somebody has gave them a window to get there. Now there's a way that they can get around this. They get around this by projecting their consciousness, and that's what you're seeing with all these orbs. These orbs are not crafts. These orbs are plasma energy. It's ionized energy. It's kind of like energy. It's matter that's been kind of transmuted to a gas form. And I'm telling you, they are injecting themselves into this plasma energy matter so that they can interact with our three-dimensional field, with our four-dimensional time space. They have to enter into a vessel if they want to put themselves in close contact with people that are opposed to their free will, and they do it through the plasma orb. So it's their consciousness that they're projecting from another location, which would be this inner earth. They're projecting it into the plasma energy, and then the plasma energy now can be seen by people, and they do that on purpose because you couldn't see them any other way. The whole thing is to allow them to do what they've always wanted to do, and that's called watch. They're called watchers for a reason, because they have to watch at a distance. They are channeling the Kundalini spirit known as the Antichrist. Full force, every last one of these locusts are channeling his spirit. They are going to be enlightened. That's what makes them illuminated. That's what makes them beyond what we are going to understand that wisdom and knowledge and intellect and poise and character, grace and beauty really are. They're going to show that, and it's going to wow and the world like you wouldn't believe. So they're here, but they can't introduce themselves until they create a weakness of our spirit. What is holding them back, and they're a people, they're an actual people, they're a master race of people that have been living in the inner earth for a very long time. And I told you they're connected to the sons of God of Genesis 6, who are the proclaimers of the fallen prince. They sided with the fallen prince of the world. The fallen prince is a spirit being, but they're material beings. So that they can interface with him, they have channeled him into their bodies. They have done it to the fullness, 100%. And that's what's going to make them so dangerous. I'll come back with another video.